Happy Thursday, guys. So I wanted to get on here and talk to all of you guys out there that really are looking to build an agency for yourself and your family. Whether you're running an agent, 2 agents, or you want 10, 20 agents or more. Bottom line, what is it that you need to successfully scale? Right off the top. Well, I'm going to name a few. One, you need a contract of a company that is going to help you place a lot of the final expense over the telephone. So you need a carrier that's going to have favorable underwriting. They pay you a fair commission. You're going to need that. Second, you're going to need predictable leads. Not just 1 week you got leads and then your team doesn't have anything for the next month or two. That doesn't work. And third, you need to have a system in place that everyone follows. That's what you need. But a lot of you guys struggle with all 3 of those issues. You guys want to sell insurance over the telephone. You got the team, but then you don't have the leads. You have the carriers, but you don't have the leads. Or you have the carriers, you got the leads, but you don't have the training, so none of the agents are converting. Well, listen up. I personally generate thousands of final expense inbounds, not only for my team, but also for our clients that buy leads from us, and they're having a lot of success with those. And we generate thousands of those every single month. We sell to life insurance companies, large and small agencies, but we ourselves work those leads ourselves. These are people calling in real time, looking to talk to you and me about final expense. This week I've taken 13 inbounds, I've closed 8 apps, and I got a ton of follow-up for tomorrow. Our number 1 rep, Thomas Mullen, he wrote $115,000 for the month of July, and he took 240 inbounds in the month of July. And if you haven't watched his interview, I did that earlier and I loaded that up. You should go check it out to listen to more about Tom. But again, leads, you need them. We got them. Right now, they're $50, 2-minute buffers, and they're hot. And if you don't believe me, I'll invite you personally to come and check us out. I'm on the phones Monday through Friday, selling insurance and training others in real time what it is that it takes to sell insurance over the telephone. So, second, contracts. A lot of you guys are maybe stuck at a 120, 130, and you're building an agency and you need a little more. Well, we're direct to the carrier. And what that means is that there's no other agency, IMO, between myself and the carrier. And ourselves, we're at a 150 plus in terms of compensation. That's right, 150 plus. And for those of you guys that know how hard it is to have a direct carrier contract, well, then you know what it takes. It's not very easy. But I'm happy to say that we are direct to the carrier and we are able to negotiate better compensation for you. We can negotiate the renewals. Obviously, there's only a certain amount. Again, first year, we got 150 plus. We got renewals. And then we can negotiate from there. But bottom line, we have a system that works. We got a carrier that loves final expense over the telephone. We have it. And if you'd like to see it, I'll show you. I'll show you our contracts. But bottom line, we have the contracts and we have the room to negotiate with you. If you got agents that, need that higher compensation, we can do it. But more importantly, we got the training, guys. The training that all of us are doing. From Thomas Mullen to the new guy. Everyone's following this process, this sales approach, this closing strategy. Not only that, but as well as the follow-up culture that comes with our system. And that in itself is making it so that every single one of our trainees is seeing 20% every time they pick up the phone the first time. And again, if you don't believe me, as long as you're licensed, I invite you to come and see for yourself what I'm talking about. We're making sales in real time. We're working leads in real time. And our phone lines are on fire. Let me tell you, my average waiting time for myself, and I got only 10 states, is less than 10 minutes. So in the moment in time I hang up the phone, within 10 minutes, I have another phone call. All day long, from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Pacific. Others that have more, like Tom and Brandon, who have, over 40, their waiting times are more like 3 to 5 minutes waiting. This is not like other companies where you're getting a bunch of garbage that you're answering. Not at all. These are high intent leads of people searching for a quote for final expense right now. And that's the best time to close the deal, when the person sees the advertisement. The other day I was explaining to one of our field agents that's coming on board to the phones. I asked them, when you receive your direct mail, how fast do you work those leads? He said, I get on them immediately. I start calling them immediately. Why? Because they're fresh. There's an urgency, right? Now imagine how old those direct mail pieces are. In most cases, before you get it, and I'm talking from a lot of experience myself, it's about 2 weeks before they get the mail piece and I get it back. It's about 2 weeks from the time they filled it out and send it back. It's crazy. Now with inbounds, the person sees the ad. Let's say they fill out the card, but instead of filling out the card and mailing it back, they fill it out and they call in right then and there. So instead of waiting those 2 weeks to get a hold of that person, within that moment in time of the highest interest, that person's calling in real time and talking to you and me about final expense insurance. Look, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see what good quality of lead is and what garbage is. And I promise you, if you join me on my Zoom trainings Monday through Friday, you'll be able to see that within the first 30 minutes of jumping on the call with us. So again, what do you need? You need a good carrier, contract, commission. I got you. Again, we're direct to the carrier, 150% plus. And if you don't believe me, I'll show you the contract. We own our own lead system. We currently do thousands of leads a month. And we have the #1 telesales training in the market that is converting hundreds of applications. So give me an opportunity and take me up on the Zoom training. Peace.